Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a very different video than I've ever filmed before. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna say, how this is gonna end, anything like that. I just feel like this is something that I really would like to make a video about and talk about. Just something that I just feel like I need to share, and that is on body positivity. So this is kind of new. This is a completely different video than I've ever filmed before. I don't normally just sit here and talk. Well, sometimes I do, but mostly I'm usually I'm doing my makeup or I'm talking about clothes or something like that, but this is a different video. But I just feel like it's really important. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. That would mean the absolute world to me. If you like this style of video, please let me know because I can definitely make more. I absolutely love to talk. And so making a video of me just talking is probably going to be one of my favorites. What kind of inspired this video is I watched Ava Jewell's video about body positivity that she made the other day, and it just really inspired me to talk about it and kind of share like where I am and just like maybe bring some encouragement to people in a different way. Hey guys, I just quickly wanted to pop in to this video. I'm just finished editing it mostly, and I just feel like I wanted to say that I am just a 19-year-old girl that's kind of just sharing my experience and what I think on the subject. I don't really know anything. I don't claim to be an expert or amazing at this. This is just me kind of sharing where I'm at personally right now. I know I'm probably not going to say everything right. I think sometimes I sound a little preachy in this video, but I don't know how to edit it to make it sound a little less preachy. So I just want you guys to know I'm really genuinely just sharing my thoughts and my heart in the moment. And I'm not trying to tell you what to do or how to live, or if your mindset's wrong, like it's your mindset and that's completely fine, and who am I to tell you it's wrong? And I also just wanted to say that I am the queen of not saying the point and just like talking about the point without saying the main point. So there's a few times in this video I'm like, Annie, just say one phrase and you could stop speaking, but I just can't communicate like that. And also I get on random tangents all the time, so this is truly just me speaking my thoughts. So if it's a little confusing, I'm really sorry. That's just how I think and I speak, and it can get a little confusing, and I'll try and be better next time. But I just kind of wanted to just share because I feel like my points are valid. They just don't make sense sometimes, why I put them where I put them. Also, this is a very serious conversation for me, and I'm very passionate about it, but even in serious moments, I still kind of make jokes or say weird things, and so sometimes I'm saying like a weird thing, or I'm saying something in a funny way, for humor, like my own humor, but sometimes it doesn't come across as humor and it just sounds like I'm being like insensitive. Like I use the word chunky a lot, and I use the word chunky because it's funny to me, but if you're like, that's like, I don't know, like that might be something that's people are very sensitive to, so I'm sorry if that comes across aggressive. Like, I'm not trying to be. It's really more of a humor thing and me joking. And again, if I ever make a video like this, I'm going to try and be better, but I just wanted to pop those things at the beginning because I really don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or offend anyone. So, but yeah, all right. Peace out. Enjoy the 45 million hour video that I'm just making longer with this clip. So, love ya. I think being a teenage girl, being in high school or even in college, and honestly like outside of college, I think it's really hard to be happy with your body as a girl right now. And I'm sure I just can't relate because I'm not a male, but I'm sure men feel the same way, just in a different way. But it's really hard. I feel like society has been putting these standards on us for so long, and it's just been ingrained in our brain that we need to fit into a mold, fit into what everyone wants, or else we won't be loved, or we won't be successful, or we won't be happy. And it's not true. I think so many times in our head, if I'm not skinny enough, then no guy will ever love me, or if I'm not fit enough, then I won't get the job I want, or if I'm not beautiful, then no one will like me. And that's just not true. Like, I've spent so much of my life wanting to be thinner, wanting to be prettier, wanting to be happier, all of these things, and the longer I spend focusing on those, the more upset I am. I've spent so much of my life being unhappy with the way I look, and I'm definitely not perfect. I'm definitely not 100%, but I've said definitely so many times. You're gonna hear that a lot. But I know I've grown a lot from that, and I've really looked at myself in a way recently that I just like, it's just changed my mindset, and I kind of just wanted to speak on that. Something that I've said for years that I've always wanted to believe, but I had a really hard time believing, is that numbers do not define your value. I think the world is trying to measure us by numbers, and we even try to measure ourselves by numbers, whether that be our weight, whether that be our gene size, whether that be our grades or our GPA, or the score we got on a test, or our IQ, or how much money we make. All of these, the amount of followers we have, the likes we get, the comments we get, everything we are is numbers. Everything we measure ourselves to, if I have over 1,000 followers, then I'm popular, or if I have 10 million followers, or if whatever. Numbers are defining us. I know for a very long time, I told myself I would not be happy until I was a certain number on the scale. I wouldn't be good enough until I was a certain number on the scale. No boy would ever like me until I was a certain number on the scale. And it's just not true. And that's just it breaks my heart. And so for so long, I tried to tell myself a number does not define you. You are not a number. You're so much better than a number. And it's been hard for me to believe that, but I just really feel very passionately that to share that message, and even if one person hears this and it brings a new light to them, it was worth it making this video. If nobody watches it and it's just for me to talk to myself and remind myself of my worth, that's okay too. Like, I'm fine with that. I just felt like I needed to make this video. I think sometimes it's hard. It's hard to separate these numbers and our value. I think society, honestly, like, I don't want to blame society for everything, but like, sometimes it's hard. We just grow up in a world where we're told what to do, what to be, what to strive for, and we forget that people are different. We forget that nobody looks the same, nobody thinks the same, anything. Like, we're all different. We all have different viewpoints. We all have different life experiences that lead us to the place that we're at. And I just think sometimes it's really hard to remember that. It's hard to not compare yourself to somebody who's had a completely different life than you, has completely different genes than you, has completely different experiences and environments than you've ever had. And it doesn't make one person better than the other, it just makes you different. And I think that's what's important to remember, is we're just different. One's not better than the other. Definitely for me, I've struggled with not wanting to look the way I do, you know? I've always been the chubby friend, the biggest friend, the heaviest friend. I look different than a lot of my friends, a lot of the people I surround myself with, because I'm very pale, I'm a ginger, I have light eyes, I have light skin, everything. I just look different. I don't look like other people. Yes, I fit into the majority of the world, obviously, I'm not saying that, but in my life, in my experience, I look a little bit different, and I didn't like that about myself. I got picked on for having red hair, so for the longest time I hated my red hair, and now I love it. I think, and that's such a little thing, but it's like, I was bullied in elementary school and middle school for being a ginger. Like, what? It doesn't even make any sense. But I was, and I hated my red hair for it. And it's like, now, I think my red hair is one of my favorite things about myself. I think it's so beautiful, and I'm so grateful to have it, and yes, I've always been the chubby friend. I've got broad shoulders, a broad rib cage, and wide hips, and I've got huge thighs and calves, and I'm just a heavier set girl, and even when I hit the number on the scale that I told myself if I met that, I would be happy. When I hit that number on the scale, I wasn't happy. And I still didn't look like them. And I was still wider than them, or heavier than them, or thicker than them, or whatever. I still no matter how small I get, I'm still gonna have big thighs. because that's just my body shape, you know? And I think that's just something we have to remember. Like, I'm not built like a skinny mini person. I'm not petite at anywhere. No matter how small I get, yes, I'll be small, but I'll still have broad shoulders. Like, I can't broaden my shoulders, you know? As I've kind of babbled enough, and now I'm gonna kind of just talk about some healthier mindsets to have, I guess. And I don't know really anything, honestly, if I'm gonna be 100% with you. I am just a 19-year-old girl who has struggled with the way she's looked her entire life, and is tired of feeling that way, and is tired of comparing herself and everything like that. And I just got fed up with it, and I'm making changes in my life to make myself happier. And I just kind of want to share those things with you because I think that's what's important. And so here's some things. So for me, I know that I feel poorly about myself when I eat unhealthy. When I do that, I know I'm unhappy with the way I feel. I literally just don't feel good. Like, my stomach hurts, I get super bloated and uncomfortable, and I just don't feel good. So I've decided and chosen to eat as much food as I want, as much food as my body's telling me to eat, but I'm just gonna eat healthier. I'm gonna make smarter decisions. If I want to have those cookies, I'm gonna have those cookies, but I'm not gonna have the cookies and the French fries and the pizza and the. I'm not gonna do that, because that's just not what makes my body feel happy. I think something that's just so hard is, like, so many people diet or restrict or whatever to, like, fit into, like, to lose weight or to get skinny or whatever it is, and that's just not sustainable. And I feel like so many people say that, and I'm not going to tell you how to eat. I want you to eat however you want, but for me, like, this is what works the best for me, is I basically eat what I want. I just try to eat as healthy as I can. If there's a day where all I want is some tacos and some cookies and, you know, French fries or whatever, that's what I'm gonna get, you know? But I also love to eat vegetables, and I love eating healthier foods. They make me happy, you know? I eat chicken nuggets like 3 times a week because I like chicken nuggets, you know? So, and that's okay, you know? I think that's what's so important, is, like, you just need, like, with the food thing, you just need to eat stuff that makes your body feel healthy, feel happy. It's not about fitting into a certain size, because I can tell you right now, like, no matter how much weight I lose, no matter how light I get, how little I weigh, I'm still gonna have wide hips, and I'm still gonna have broad shoulders and a wide rib cage, and I'm still probably gonna have that little pooch of fat at the bottom of my stomach. You know what? Because that's just my body, and that's okay. So why not feed myself things that make me happy and healthy and take care of myself, because I also want to be healthy and I want to feel good. The next thing I wanted to talk about is exercising, because I think there is a very unhealthy mindset behind exercising most of the times. For me, I absolutely love to exercise, and I know that sounds crazy. Who am I? I don't know. I've been going to a gym for 4 years to exercise and take care of my body, and there were days where I did not want to go, but I went anyways because I know how much I love it. At first, I didn't like it. I hated it, but I had to for my health. Like, I have health issues that I have to go to the gym, but I love it now. It's literally my favorite thing to do. The fact that quarantine, and I understand why, I'm not saying that, but, like, the fact that I haven't been able to go to a gym because of the coronavirus and everything being closed down has been some of the worst times of my life. And that sounds so dramatic, but I just love to work out, and working out at home is just not the same for me. I've made it a time where I take care of myself. Like, it is literally, it's my time. When I'm at the gym, I don't really respond to text messages anyways, but that's not the point. But I don't want to text you. I don't want you to call me. I don't want to see anybody there. I want to spend time with myself. That is a place and a time where I'm doing something for myself on my own to make myself feel happy. And I like that. Like, I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not super fit, whatever. I just like to have some muscles. I have no upper body strength. And when I don't work out, I get, like, I just have fat on my arms. Like, I literally don't have muscle, like, at all. Like, I can't lift anything. I can't do anything because I have no upper body muscle. And so I like to work out to get some muscle up, like in my arms, and I like to tone my body. I enjoy that. I enjoy getting all sweaty and feeling like I worked for something, and getting myself some coffee afterwards on the way home is like my favorite thing. It's like a fun little ritual I do, but I don't do it because I need to be skinny. I don't do it because I need to lose weight. I don't do it because I just ate a burger and now I have to work it off. Like, I don't do that. I do it because it's something I love. It makes me feel happier. It makes me feel healthier. And I enjoy that it makes me like happier with my body. I don't think there's anything wrong with being unhappy with your body. I think there's something wrong with hating your body because it doesn't look a certain way. I know for me, like, I'm gonna be straight up, I haven't weighed myself, but I probably gained 10 to 15 pounds over quarantine. I got a little chubby because I hate working out at home, so I don't work out as much, and it's just not the same. And I'm bored, so I was eating some snacks when I didn't need snacks, but I was eating them anyways, and that's okay. So right now, I'm really unhappy with the way my body looks. I'm unhappy with the fact that I've lost so much muscle, I've lost a lot of my endurance level, and I'm just not as toned and cute. And that's okay. Things are opening up and I get a gym membership. I'm gonna go start working out and working towards a place where I start to feel better. But even though I'm unhappy with the way I look right now, it doesn't mean that something's wrong with me. It just means there's something I need to work for, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be healthier or wanting to lose weight. Like, if you are unhappy with the way you look, that's okay. It's like, I don't know how to, I feel like I'm doing the worst job ever explaining it, but there's a difference between being unhappy with the way you look and wanting to change that so you feel happier and healthier, and hating the way you look because you're not skinny enough, because you don't fit into this mold, because you whatever. I think there's something wrong with that. That's not the way you should look at your body, because your body gets you from point A to point B, and it's beautiful and amazing, and it's awesome the way it is. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, which is like a little bit off of the body, but more just like about yourself. I think as a society, we tell ourselves we need another person, a relationship to complete us, and that is just not true. That's not true. It's not true. I believed that for a really long time. I did. I was the girl. I have never really been in a real relationship. Guys don't really ask me out. Guys don't really show interest in me. Guys don't really call me pretty or text me. I don't have people sliding in my DMs. I don't have people Snapchatting me. I do not. This is not me just like trying to sound like, oh, whatever. Like, I don't. And I always thought something was wrong with me because of that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with me. I think I'm cute. I think I'm funny. I think I'm great. Okay? Not to brag, but I think I'm great. But like, so even though people aren't all up in my space asking me out and thinking I'm amazing, doesn't mean I'm less of a person. Doesn't mean I'm not beautiful. Doesn't mean I'm not amazing and funny and made perfectly by God. Like, that's not true. So with that, I think there's so much need to have someone else tell you you're beautiful, tell you you're amazing, tell you you're awesome, take you out on dates, take care of you, spoil you, whatever. You don't. You need yourself to do that. You need to love yourself enough to take care of yourself. I think there is so much power in the way you speak to yourself, even if you do not believe it. I know I will look at myself in this mirror right here when I'm wearing an outfit that I think I'm cute in, but I'm feeling bad about myself that day, and I'll go, you look terrible. This is not a cute outfit. And then all of a sudden, my favorite outfit, every time I look at myself in the mirror, I'm not cute in it. And it's because of what I told myself. So I've changed my verbiage towards myself. I've changed the way I look at myself and think about myself. So even if I feel bloated and gross and not cute, I just look at myself and I go, you're beautiful. You didn't, like, this is such a cute outfit on you, even if I don't believe it. And I do that because then when I look at myself and I think about that day, I just think of myself in a different way. I don't know if anyone can relate. This is just me, but like, there are days, especially when I'm on my period, just gonna say it right now, I wake up and I'm like, I'm a bloated monster. Like, I am going to crush everyone around me because I'm so just disgusting. And I wake up feeling that way, even though I haven't looked at myself in the mirror, girl. You know, like, it's like I wake up one day and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just gained 46 pounds overnight. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that, but that's how I feel. And you know what? When I wake up those days thinking that and feeling that, even though literally nothing has changed about my body, all day, that's all I can think about, and I just feel gross and disgusting, like none of my clothes fit and I'm a monster and gross. I hate it. And when you think that way, it becomes true. I don't know if that makes sense. So it's like I have to look at myself in the mirror and go, you are beautiful, you are cute, you are amazing, and I love you. And you know what? At first I didn't mean it, and sometimes I don't mean it, and there will be days in the future that I don't mean that, when I look at myself and I go, you're cute, beautiful, and amazing, and I love you. And I won't feel that way about myself, but that's okay. I just want you to know that I got really dramatic and I messed up my camera, and it's fine. But yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to say. No, that's not all I wanted to say. On that topic, I think there's something beautiful and amazing about doing stuff to treat yourself. I'm not saying every day, but like I personally, I love to be alone. Like I don't, but I do. Like I'm an extrovert to the core, like absolutely. Like I want to talk to everybody. And like the second I show up to a party, I'm like, heck yeah, like let's get it. Like I'm ready. But I still love to be alone. I love to do things on my own. I love to go shopping by myself, to go get coffee by myself. I don't really like to eat by myself, but I actually hate to eat by myself. But I love to just like go do my thing on my own without anyone there. I actually prefer it sometimes, you know? But I wanted to say, like, there's something so beautiful about like just like doing something for yourself. Like a little bit ago, I live north of Tampa, but like my school, I go to UT, and so I live like relatively close to the city, but not really. Like it's a hike. And so for me, one day, my favorite coffee shop is Buddy Brew Coffee. So I decided one day that I was going to go buy myself Buddy Brew Coffee, buy myself a donut from Buddy Brew, like the Hale Life Bakery donuts, because they're vegan and gluten-free and they're delicious, and if you're in the Tampa Bay area, you should get one. I got myself a cup of coffee, a donut, and I drove myself to a beach, and I sat out in the back of my Jeep, and I just listened to music and read a book and drank my coffee and ate my donut, and I just took some time to be with myself and take care of myself and do something that made me happy. And honestly, like I would go and do that on a date if I had a boyfriend. Like if a guy took me there, like that would be a wonderful thing. But instead of waiting for a guy to take me there, I just took myself there, and I did something for myself, to love myself and tell myself that I'm worth it, you know? I don't know. Oh God. This video is really stressful because I honestly don't know what I'm saying. All right. My next topic is kind of tying in something that I like to talk about on this channel, but like the fashion aspect of your body and like how to make yourself feel good in clothing, because there is nothing worse than wearing an outfit that makes you feel disgustingly chunky. I don't know, or whatever it is. Here's another thing that I feel like people don't talk about enough, but there are some people out there that are super small and petite and wish they weren't. Like they wish they looked like me, maybe. I don't know, but there are people out there that are like that. And I think sometimes people, because so many people just want to be thinner, so many people want to be smaller, that they don't, that sometimes it's not like ever discussed or like seen as an appropriate feeling to have, because oh, you're skinny and I want to be skinny, so you shouldn't be complaining. But like I think first, like the saying, the grass is always greener on the other side, is like literally one of the truest sayings in the entire world. Like everyone always wants to be what they aren't, and I think there's just something so amazing about loving the way you look, for you, because that's the way God created you, and that's the way you are, and there's nothing you can do to change that. I mean, yes, there's plastic surgery, and if that's something that you want to make yourself feel better, then that's okay, that's your decision, but it's still not going to change you. Like it's not going to change who you are, how you were created, kind of thing. So that's my TED talk on that. So, but now I wanted to kind of talk about the clothing aspect of it, because there is nothing worse than wearing an outfit, wearing a bathing suit, wearing any clothing item that makes you feel less than, you know? I think there's, like, if there is a clothing item, no matter how cute it is, or no matter how cute the model looked, or no matter how cute most people look in that outfit, if you put that on and you feel like awful, you should not wear that clothing. Like those pieces, you should just get rid of them. Give them to a friend who has a different body shape than you. Donate them, resell them, whatever. Get rid of them. Take them out of your life. Throw them away. Okay, don't throw them away, because that's wasteful. But do something else with them, you know? But like, there are clothing items that I used to have in my closet that I would put on, and I would put it on for like 30 seconds and I'd be like, ew, chunky monkey, absolutely not. And then I change into something like oversized, which I love oversized clothing, so there's nothing wrong with that. But like, I would just change into something completely opposite because I didn't feel good in that outfit. But then I kept that shirt being like, well, you know what? If I lost 10 more pounds, or if I had a smaller stomach, or if I had petiter shoulders or bigger boobs or whatever, it would look cuter on me. Hey, guess what? My shoulders aren't going to get any less broad. My boobs probably aren't ever going to get any bigger than that, and that's okay. My stomach, I'm going to probably have a little pooch at the bottom of my stomach for the rest of my life, and that's okay. So I got rid of those clothing items. Yes, the model looked adorable in them. I'm not the model. I don't look like a model. I like myself the way I look, and that's okay. Gosh, I'm just ranting, and I feel like right now I'm just talking about how great I am. Which I am great, and I want you to feel that way too. You know, I want you to feel great. Like, bathing suits, I think, are the worst thing that's ever happened to America. Honestly, I hate bathing suits. I love the beach, and I hate wearing a bathing suit, because you know what? Unless I absolutely feel 1,000,000% comfortable with the person I'm at the beach with, your girl feels uncomfortable the whole time, and all she wants to do is put her oversized t-shirt on, you know? Moral of the story, bathing suits, just the most important thing is to find what you're most comfortable in, no matter what the cut is, no matter what it is. If it's a one piece, wear the one piece. If it's a high-waisted two-piece, wear the two-piece. If it's a bikini that's literally all strings, wear the all-string bikini. That's okay. As long as you are comfortable in it, go to the beach, especially something that's supposed to be happy. Going to a place that you're supposed to be happy at. Find the bathing suit that's going to make you the happiest and wear that. And that's the same thing with clothing. Like, you should feel happy with the way you look. You should dress the way that makes you feel the most comfortable. If that's oversized t-shirts and sweaters, then that's oversized t-shirts and sweaters, and that's okay. I love sweaters, I love t-shirts, but you know what? I also like a good old flare pant or a tight little baby tee. I love all of the things. Like, I have a very broad fashion sense, but I always try to wear clothes that make me feel the most comfortable. That's all I have to say. All right, so the next thing, I feel like I've given you some more practical ways to feel better about your body, but I just kind of wanted to talk about the way you look at your body, and kind of changing your mindset from thinking about your body in the way society wants you to think about it, and thinking about it from just a healthier standpoint. So for me, I am a Christian, and I'm pretty sure I've talked about this on my channel, but if I haven't, I am a Christian, and something that for me personally has helped me love my body the way it looks and love myself the way I am more is through being a Christian and hearing what God tells me my body is and tells me who I am. And so I just really quickly wanted to read a passage of scripture that's meant a lot to me growing up, and still means a whole bunch to me, and just kind of wanted to share that with you. It's Psalms 139, verses 13 and 14. It says, "For you created my innermost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, and I know that full well." Someone once told me at a youth camp, like a pastor told me, he goes, when you look at your body and you tell yourself you're not good enough, you're not beautiful enough, you're ugly, something about you doesn't have enough value. You're looking at your creator who created you perfectly. You're looking at your perfect creator who created you perfectly and telling him he's not good enough because he didn't do a good enough job on you. And that's something that really absolutely pierces my heart, and I still think about that, and it pierces my heart. And so every time I think about myself in a bad way, I think about myself and, if I was just blah blah blah, whatever it was, I would be prettier, I would be happier, I'd have more value, I'd be better. I'm looking at God and saying, hey, I don't like that you made my shoulders so broad. If I had thinner shoulders, I would be prettier and happier. And that's like, you know, and that's not okay. I think when you realize that the love that God has for you, it's easier to love yourself, because he created you perfectly and he loves you more than you could ever love anyone. And I think that's something that means a lot to me. And that's all I really want to share and talk about it, because I don't want this to be a place of like, you have to be a Christian in order to feel good about your body, because I don't think that's true. But I did just want to share that part of it, because that's something that's super important to me. And honestly, that is how I've changed a lot of the way I view myself, is through knowing who I am in Christ. But I think there's a lot of power in the way you speak to yourself, and I think there's a lot of power. I think it's important to take that power back. I think society tells you all of these different things that you need to be, and the way you need to act, and the way you need to look, and how successful you need to be, and all of that kind of stuff. And those words from society only have power in your life when you give it to them. I think society tells us to be the skinniest of the skinny and tall and beautiful, but at the same time we need to have big boobs and a big butt, and we need to be slim, thick, and whatever. And I think literally society doesn't even know what they want you to be. They just know that whatever you are isn't good enough. And that's just not true. It's just not true. You are good enough the way you are. Right now, in this exact moment you're watching this video, if you got this far, because I don't know how long this video is going to be, if you're getting to this point in the video, you are good enough right here, right now. You are beautiful and you have value. When I look at myself in the mirror, even if I don't believe it, I say to myself, you are beautiful and you look amazing and you are awesome. Even though I don't believe that, it changes your mindset, and one day you will start to believe that. Not every day. I still have days where I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, ugh, literally, why did you get out of bed today? Because you are so not cute. But those days are a lot less. And those days don't hold as much value. And I don't let them control me as much. And I think that's the point. I think there's something so beautiful and so amazing and so wonderful and so awesome about just loving yourself at the place you're at. And because God loves you where you're at. And you should love you where you're at. And you know what? I don't know if anyone's told you this, but I love you. I don't know you. I don't think I know any of you maybe watching this video, but I love you and I think you're amazing. And you do not have to change to be beautiful or to fit into what people want you to be. You're good enough exactly the way you are right now. Sorry, I'm gonna get off of my soapbox, but I just think that's I think that's all I want to say. I really don't know if this video is ever going to go anywhere or if this is going to mean anything to anyone, but I just felt the need I needed to share it.
Hey guys, it's Editing Annie again. The ending of this video got cut off for some reason. I don't know where the footage went, so I definitely had like a cuter ending than this, but this is all you got. So that's all I'm gonna say. That's where the video ends. I would love it if you liked and subscribed to my channel. If you enjoyed a video like this, please let me know. I'd love to talk more about stuff like this. I love to talk, so I can talk about anything for as long as possible. So if there's an idea or anything like that, please let me know, and I would love to make a video about it. Also, if you want to talk to me about any of this stuff, my Instagram will be linked below, and I'd absolutely love to have a conversation with you. So if you just are struggling with anything or just want to talk or learn more, just DM me. I'd absolutely love that. So, all right, that's all I got. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye.